Welcome to SD classes. Today we are going to learn the chapter The Thief's Story. This chapter is prescribed in 10th class CBSE book Footprint Without Feet. This chapter has been written by Ruskin Bond. In this video we are going to discuss the difficult words which have been used in the chapter. We'll be also learning summary of the chapter, and last we'll be just discussing about the last 5 years questions which have been asked in CBSE. So stay connected and watch the full video. Let's begin. So the story begins with two main characters. One is Hari Singh and one is Anil. Anil is 25 years old and he is a writer, but his income is not fixed. He earns fits and starts. There is a phrase which has been used in the chapter, fits and starts, which means he works temporarily, or if he works then he gets us paid, and if he doesn't work then he doesn't get paid. So this is his life. In this manner he is earning the money and he is continuing his life. Second one is Hari Singh, who is 15-year-old and he is a thief, and he keeps changes his name so that police and his previous boss or employer cannot catch him easily. And in this chapter the name which has been used, Hari Singh, that is also not his real one. So the story begins in a wrestling match where Anil was enjoying the wrestling match and Hari Singh was also there. Hari Singh just tried to observe him. After observing him, realized that Anil is a kind, simple and easygoing man. So he could be his next target. After observing and deciding that Anil could be his best target or the next target, so he went to him, talked to him, started flattering him, and finally convinced him that he should provide him some job to him. So Hari Singh asked Anil that if he could provide him any job, and Anil replies him that he doesn't have the money to pay to him. When he says this thing, then Hari Singh suddenly starts thinking in his mind that maybe he had chosen the wrong target, because the man who cannot pay his employees, who cannot pay his servants, what money he would be having and how he would be robbing him. So after observing, after thinking, or after going deep in his mind, after a few moments he says, okay, if you don't pay me, at least you can provide me the food. So Anil says that if you can cook food for me, then of course I can provide you the food. And finally they both agree, and Anil takes him to his home and provides a balcony to sleep. So very first day when Hari Singh cooks the food was terrible. It was too bad that Anil, as he took one bite, he realized that Hari Singh told a lie. So this was the second lie which Hari Singh told. First he told his name, Hari Singh, it was his first lie, and second lie, that was that he can cook the food. And on very first day Anil realized that he doesn't know how to cook the food. So therefore he asked him to leave, because he knows that Hari Singh is not a good cook. But Hari Singh always had one weapon, and that weapon was his appealing smile, attractive smile. So as he smiled, Hari Singh was completely melted. His heart completely melted, and he agreed, he convinced, and he patted on his head and said that he would teach him how to cook food, as well as very soon he started teaching him how to write the name also. And soon it was planned that he would be teaching him how to make sentences and how to make sum, or you can say the calculation part. So in this manner the life goes on, and as the life was moving, the regular routine was that Anil was waking up and Hari Singh was also waking up early in the morning. Hari Singh would be just making a tea for both of them. After that he would be going out to purchase the regular supplies or groceries, fruit, vegetable, and after returning he would be trying to learn whatever Anil would be teaching him, and in this manner the life was going on. But one thing which Hari Singh was regularly doing, that was cheating. He was always charging 1 rupee extra from Anil for whatever the supplies he was going to purchase. So in this manner 1 rupee he was earning every day, and this was the cheating which he was making for shopping. Next, as the life continues, we also get to know about Anil that he is not a regular earner. He earns the money, he borrows the money, he lends the money, In this manner, the life is going on. He always waits for his next check, and he is little worried about his financial condition also. But life was going on like this, and one day, what happened that Anil brings a bundle of notes, and he tells Hari Singh that he had sold his one book, because Hari Singh also got to know that Anil was earning the money by writing in a magazine. So this time when he sold his book, he got enough money, and he told Hari Singh that he earned that money by selling a book to a publisher. And he kept that money under his mattress. And in this manner, Hari Singh got the chance. Hari Singh realized that 1 month has passed. He has not done his job, his prime job. His prime job was stealing, robbing the people. And he also tried to justify himself that at least Anil is not paying me. So it's right time that I must do my job. And he slowly, on the same night, goes nearby the bed of Anil and slides or takes out the money from his bed, from his mattress, and he starts running. As he comes out of the home, he started running, and after coming a little bit far, he starts walking. And then he counts the money and he realizes that the money was 600 rupees in 50s. That means 50 rupee notes were there. Total you can say it was 12 notes. That means 50 rupees, 12 notes were there, and the money was 600 rupees. After that, what happens? After counting the money, as he already planned that he would be just catching the Lucknow Express, which would be leaving at 10:30 from the city. So he just moves to the station without purchasing a ticket. He goes to the platform. Now he finds the train was just moving, it was just departing, and the speed was so slow that he can easily catch the train. But what happened? Something was stopping him. He felt hesitation. He felt his inner soul. He felt that somebody was calling him, somebody was stopping him. But what was that? He didn't know about it. He didn't know that what was stopping him. And by just moving, by just discussing, by wrestling with his thoughts, he suddenly, silently sat on a bench, and the train moves away. He was just thinking that why I couldn't catch the train. But now the main question was where he would spend his night. So he realized that he doesn't have any friend also, and the only person whom he knew, he had already robbed him. And he didn't want that he should stay in a hotel so that people can easily observe him, catch him, or doubt him. So therefore he started going. Suddenly it started raining slowly, and it becomes heavy rain also. Then he goes under a clock tower and takes a shelter. And he realizes that just his clothes were wet, the money would be also wet. And when he holds the money, he realizes the notes are wet, and he starts thinking that this was Anil's money. Probably, if I had not robbed him, maybe next day, maybe tomorrow, he would give me 2-3 rupees so that I can go and enjoy or see the cinema. Or maybe the life would be better, I would be learning something, I would become a good man, an educated man, respected man in the society. He also says that stealing is very easy, and even being caught is also very easy. But it's very difficult, it's very different to be a respected or a big man in the society. And whatever Anil was teaching him, by learning all these things, maybe one day he could become a good man, a respected man. But the thing is, in excitement, he did not think about all these things. The excitement of stealing the money. He did not think that whom he was robbing, what he was stealing, and what could be the consequences of it. He did not think about all these things. He continued and finally stole the money. But now he realizes his mistake, and he decides that he would return. He goes back and very slowly, very silently keeps the money back at the same place and sleeps. Early in the morning, he does not get up early, but Anil had already waken up. And as Hari Singh wakes up, Anil just gives him a cup of tea and forward his hand with 50 rupees note. He says that this is his salary. So this was the reply for his thought which he had already thought while stealing the money. He thought that I'm stealing money. Means he was just trying to convince himself. He was just giving justification that I'm stealing money because Anil was not paying. But next morning, very first day, he gives him 50 rupees as salary and says that I got enough money and now you will be paid regularly. So this was also a kind of lesson. But as he holds the money, as Hari Singh touches the money, he realizes that the money was still wet, the notes were still wet, and he understood that Anil has already understood that something might have happened yesterday. That is why my money from my mattress went outside, and due to the rain, it had become damp, it has become wet. But he did not react. Earlier also, when Hari Singh was stealing 1 rupee from for shopping, that time also Anil knew this thing, but he did not react. And just because of this non-react work, just because of never reacting activities, Hari Singh kind of bad person changed and became a good man. And this time, when the chapter ends, Hari Singh gives same appealing smile, but this was not an artificial smile. This was a natural smile. This was not to convince Anil. This was to satisfy himself. And in this manner, the chapter ends here. Next, we have the last 5 years questions which have been asked in CBSE 2018-19. The questions are given here. I expect the answers from your side as you have listened the story, and I still suggest you that go through the chapter. Difficult words I have already shown you. Now I just want that you should try to go through the chapter, use these difficult words which I have shown you now, and these questions which I have shown you now. I expect the answers in the comment box. At least you can give me some value points about the questions, that what could be its answer. And if you really like this video, please like this video, hit like, subscribe the channel, and share it with your friends. Thank you so much.